Hello everyone and welcome. This is the Silent K and today we're playing some MekHQ and maybe hopefully some MegaMek to go with that. But before I begin, I don't have any new followers that I'm aware of to shout out, but I would like to give a huge thank you to Grey Wolf Nova, aka Random Guy, for the themed shirt. You guys can expect to see that as frequently as I'm able to wear it. So I'm super excited. It fits great. The material is good, and I'll just have to be careful not to spill anything on it. Thanks, I appreciate that, and I hope you guys are doing good too. Doing well, I guess, would be grammatically correct. Random guy, hey, how's it going? I got it. I like it. It's fantastic. Thanks a bunch, and a huge shout out to you. Yeah, it is. It's a perfect fit. I'm glad I asked for the large. I wasn't sure because, and for some brands, I fit a medium, so I kind of debated mentally whether to ask for a medium or a large. I'm glad I went with the large because it is as good a fit as I could have possibly asked for. So real quick, getting into the game here, we are 17 days from the end of this contract. It's the same way I always go large, and if it's baggy, it's fine. Yeah, exactly. But sometimes a medium is just a smidge too tight. So yeah, we've got 17 days left on this contract, and then we'll hopefully be picking up another contract. We'll see what RNG brings to the table for that. We spent all of last week getting everything out of the repair bay. We had salvage, we had repairs to do, we had all kinds of stuff. We'd removed so many busted parts that they were clogging up the warehouse. It was at least half of this was damaged parts. And we walked away with quite a lot of things in mothballs, including a couple of lights. We might start looking into doing a recon lance. We've got a Firestarter, a Jenner, we've got a Whitworth, a Vulcan, a Hermes, and a Phoenix Hawk that I think any 3 or 4 of those, depending on the weight class, would be a really good scout lance. We have a Steiner Recon Lance. What more do we need? This is true. We do have the Atlas, the Mackie, the Banshee, and the Emperor. 3 of those are currently being refitted, but once they're done, that's going to be a force to be reckoned with. That's, 385 tons? That's very nearly the maximum drop weight, because I know the drop weight is less than 400. I just forget if I believe it's 390, but in some cases I've seen 380 as well. But we're going to go 390 on this one. Which, again, we have almost maxed out as soon as we finish getting all these guys refitted. Speaking of which, refitting is pretty much all that's going on right now, and things are nearing completion. 7540, that's, what is that, 15 days-ish? Maybe 16? Yeah, because I think 15 days would be 7,200, so that would be 340 into the whatever. Point being, we're gonna start mainly just by passing some time until something happens, depending on whether we get a mission before the end of the contract. Because we had captured the artillery base, we're holding on to the allied mech base, which maintaining control of that is one of our objectives, as well as maintaining a victory point count above 0, which we are currently at. So if nothing else happens, if everything goes smoothly until the 19th, we finish the contract out. And we might have a mission to do before then. So we'll just have to see. And a Friday, and a Saturday, and a Sunday, and a Monday. We've got personnel market, and keep in mind, motorized machine gun platoon. Portable machine guns, movement 2. do we need motorized machine gun platoon? I know that we have some infantry. We've got mechanized, but not motorized. Yeah, we can go ahead and hire another squad of infantry. It was under personnel. We're gonna hire this guy, Jim Herman, Airman, or German for man. And we'll go ahead and add that infantry unit here. All right, we now have basically a full squad. This has also been completely revamped for the newer editions. Oh, and I see actually for 49.7, we actually have little green corners on the icon showing us that the unit is in good shape. Oh, FYI, regarding that experiment regarding tech XP from last week, I noticed the other day with 49.7 that an ammo reload rolling on a 2 didn't mention any XP given. Does it even roll a die or a pair of dice for a reload? It's my understanding it usually just says automatically succeeds. It doesn't even roll a 2 or a 12 or anything in between. But yeah, I appreciate another data point suggesting that ammo reloads are not worth XP. So that's good to know. It says auto succeed, but it still shows a dice roll, hence my confusion. Oh, mine, I don't believe mine showed a dice roll. We can go back and check the tape later. We do have now. Okay. Unit assignment. We wanted motorized, which is comes after field gunners. I was going the wrong way. And we have an elite soldier who will go ahead and become our sergeant. And everyone else gets to be a private. Russian bro, hey, how's it going? Glad you could join us. We're just passing time until the end of the contract. And hopefully everything goes smoothly and we'll be picking a contract here in the next few minutes. Okay, the rifleman is improving in quality, which is extra nice. We're finally getting some techs with enough time to get our units out of the gutter, which is where they were headed. All right, we've got the Emperor in 5 days. The Banshee is complete. And this Banshee now has 2 PPCs, an autocannon 10, no less than 5 medium lasers, and a pair of small lasers for close-in fighting. 2 tons of ammo for the autocannon, and an SRM-6 for getting those crits. Nearly maxed out on armor, 17 double heat sinks. This thing is going to be quite beastly. The question is, does Lark want to sacrifice the stalker that he's in order... Not that stalker, that was Murdoch's. His Stalker Mark II, which is the LRM-10 variant with double heat sinks and extra armor. Does he want to trade that for the Banshee with potentially 30 points of damage just reaching out and touching you, and an additional 25 plus within 9 hexes? He wants to trade it for a Locust. Somehow I doubt that. He did actually seem quite happy with the way the Stalker plays. As am I. I'm a big fan of this design. It's just a simple double heatsink upgrade to what is already a very formidable mech. Because the Stalker is well armored and doesn't easily let him die, which he does a lot of. Yeah, this is true. He does not tend to fare well in my games. The Stalker has 248. The Banshee has 288. So it's technically 40 points more armor between you and dying. Upgrades the two largest to PPCs. Drops the LRMs. Just some added up karma, please understand. You think he did something in a past life to deserve his horrible luck in my game? Well, until I hear otherwise, I'm just gonna go ahead. Actually, no. Who do we have? Poser, Scarponi, Orion. Who's driving the Orion? Lark offended God. I should hope not, but no. Let me go ahead and reorganize my people so that I know where to find everyone. Okay, now all the mech warriors are together. The Orion, Petra. I think Petra wants to trade in the Orion for the Banshee. So, we'll assign to none, and then we will assign to the Banshee, because I've been made aware of a bug that can cause an exception if you just transfer from one vehicle or mech to another. So I'm trying to avoid that. Indeed. So we can put the Orion, actually. So Petra was in the Command Lance. And that is going to put us at the maximum weight. So Command Lance is set and ready to go. Now, do we have anyone that wants the Orion hand-me-down? Yarvik, maybe? Well, Yarvik would put us over tonnage. All of these people are in their starting mechs. Russian bro, how in love are you with this blackjack? Would you rather trade it in for an Orion? It is an option. Ultimately, we could have Lieutenant Senior Grade 0 Chu upgrade from the Rifleman to the Orion. Or the Thunderbolt would put us at 280, which should be the very top end of a heavy lance. Yeah, I think that's the move. Assign to unit none. Assign to unit Orion. And then the only lance that isn't at the top of its weight class is Tonga Lance now, with 335 putting it awkwardly between heavy and assault. If Hoser had another point of leadership, we could fit a 6th mech into this lance. I don't know if he wants to spend the XP on that, or if maybe we could upgrade maybe the... I'm not trying to push anyone into anything, but the Blackjack is the lightest member of this relatively heavy lance. Which does actually make it almost the most maneuverable mech in the lance, behind, well, the Archer has jump jets, the Cronus is faster and has jump jets, so the Blackjack is actually in the middle of the lance, mobility-wise. But I do like those large lasers, and I'd love to replace them with ER large lasers when they become available. And I just love how efficient this mech becomes when you've got the 2 ER large lasers putting out 12 heat each and 26 heat sinks, or 26 heat dissipation. So, and in the meantime, it is capable of putting out almost all of its lasers almost every turn, which is impressive. So that was Wednesday, that was the Banshee. So now we're just working on 3 more upgrades. The Emperor should be ready next. Oh, Kalidasa, Hunchback receives facelift. Let's just resize this a little bit. There we go. The Venerable Hunchback has received its first official upgrade with Helm Technologies. The design designation HBK-5M has undergone a complete redesign of its cooling system and adds a little more firepower with a Sunglow pulse laser. Kaliyama executives are limiting the production of this battle mech for the first 6 months to units of the Free Worlds League military and mercenaries loyal to House Merrick. Further information about this new variant can be found on Mercnet or by contacting Kaliyama Weapons Industry Incorporated directly. Awesome is no longer in the hit Big Boy Lance. I hadn't realized it. And yes, the shirt. The awesome, amazing Battletech shirt. You guys can expect to see more of that coming up. In the coming weeks, I guess, is what I meant to say. So, we've got maintenance on the Guillotine, which is trending upwards, but not as solidly as I would like. That took forever to come. They must have made it especially for you. And the Hunchback sounds rad. The Hunchback is, I mean, obviously it's a canon variant that becomes introduced. Shipped in from Hesperus too. Yeah, that's what it seemed like. Because you had said, that it was supposed to have been here like a week and a half ago last week, and it didn't come in until this week. They told me it would take a week to get there, and it ended up being more like 3 weeks, at least. Maybe longer? I wasn't keeping track, to be honest. But yeah, it was definitely not 1 week, for sure. Going on Saturday, Sunday, Monday, the Emperor is complete, personnel market updated, and we've got a regular aerospace pilot who not only is a 3-5, but she doesn't bring her own fighter, which is actually a plus for me, because I don't like it when they bring their own unit, because then you have to pay them if they bite it. Do we need a regular, though? I know we have at least a couple of aerospace pilots already. We have an elite, a veteran, and 2 greens. We don't need a regular, as a matter of fact. And also, I just noticed elite. Normally, I would make an elite pilot higher ranking, but I don't want to give the aerospace pilots command positions. So the elite and the veteran are both going to be senior grade lieutenants. Aerospace tech. We only have the 1 aerospace tech, so that is, if anything, what we need to be focusing on next if we're going to have aerospace assets. Suck space pilots can arrow it. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of using arrow. I'm definitely more of a mech boy myself. So the Emperor. Oh, the Thunderbolt needs to go into mothballs real quick. We'll have Ratnabala do that. And we've got an Emperor now with 2 autocannons, 2 large lasers, and 3 mediums with ample ammunition, maxed out armor, and enough heat sinks to fire almost everything. If I recall, the Emperor was actually a primitive mech before we started tinkering with it. And so now it's a standard intro level mech. So I think the next step is going to be giving it double heat sinks. And if we give it double heat sinks, we're going to have a couple tons left over. Do we just throw that into medium lasers? Customize in Mech Lab. I just want to poke around a little bit and see what we can do. So the 5A Mark II, that works for me. We're going with standard tech. We're going with double heat sinks, which is already a 15,480 minute refit. So now we are definitely overcooled. We can't even produce 32 heat. So we can drop that, I'm thinking, by 2. Or do we go 1 and just add 1 medium laser? Oh, this is new. Yeah, let's narrow that down to energy weapons. We'll add a medium laser. We've already got 1 in the left torso, 1 in the right torso, 1 in the head. So I guess we'll put 1 probably in the center torso. Ooh, I don't like the placement on this autocannon ammo. But I don't know if I want to put it in the arms either. Because if the arm gets critted, then the whole mech goes up from the ammo explosion anyways. I think that looks like the safest way to do it. That's 19,000 minutes almost. How about case for the ammo? Can we do that? I forgot if we can do that. Yeah, let's see. Equipment database. Other. Case. We can add case. Yes, we can. Let's just see what that does to our time frame on this, because I believe case is a strangely time-consuming upgrade. Yeah, 6,000 minutes to add case to that torso, and another several minutes. I think it was a day. We add more things to throne. Yeah, I can do that. I don't really have anything that I want, unless somebody's willing to get me a better microphone. But I don't know if a better microphone will help the way my voice sounds. Might just be wasted money. But that's honestly the only thing I can think of. Urban Mech body pillow. That's adorable. I know they already have the plush Urban Mech. I don't know if they've ever made a body pillow for it. So I think we've got ourselves an upgraded Emperor here. If you lose both torsos, at least you have a head medium laser. Hopefully it doesn't come to that. But I'm thinking, yeah, large laser autocannon 5, large laser autocannon 5. This thing reminds me a lot of a rifleman suddenly. 2 medium lasers with the 3rd in the head. Oh, and all of 3 jump jets. Which I guess if you're a 3.5 mech, 3 jump jets is really an improvement. But yeah, I hope I don't lose both torsos in this thing. So 25,000 minutes. We'll go ahead and begin that refit. We'll have oh, who can we? Dual Fikar bin Amr can work on that, because that keeps me from having to say his name in the immediate future. 25,000 minutes and go. So that's going to be a couple of months. Let's see, next up is going to be the Cronus and then the MekHQ, both of which are going to be pretty cool. Also, did I? Okay, the 19th. I was thinking the 12th for some reason, and it's the 14th now. So yeah, let's go ahead and advance to the 19th. Alright, the Cronus is going to be another 8,000 minutes. The MekHQ, however, is complete. And I don't even remember what we were doing to this MekHQ. It has 21 heat sinks. It has near maximum armor. Excuse me. It has a PPC, an autocannon 20, and 2 large lasers with 4 tons of ammo for the autocannon. So it packs a big punch up close and slightly less of a punch far out. Might be worth considering dropping the autocannon 20 to a 10 so it has more long range power. Adding a couple medium lasers to make up the firepower difference up close. What do we got here? Refit kit. We've got double heat sinks on this one with a pair of LBX 10s. Yeah, we can't get LB10Xs right now though. The 8B. Actually, can we? I know sometimes we've been able to get a hold of parts in a refit kit that we weren't able to get a hold of otherwise. 3 jump jets? On the Emperor, you mean? Or on the Mackie? The Mackie? None of these have jump jets, it looks like. I mean, I guess we could. That's a 6-ton investment, though. For a mech that's already not super maneuverable. 6 tons. Where would we save 6 tons? We'd save 2 tons by dropping to an autocannon 10. 2 tons worth of ammo, I think. That's 4. Ditch one of the large lasers for 3 mediums. You know what? Let's put this thing in the mech bay. Or the mech lab. We'll go standard tech. We'll go double heat sinks. Oh, that's where we're gonna save 6 tons. $30 heat sinks. Remove the autocannon 20. Remove the autocannon 10 ammo, or autocannon 20 ammo. Extra movement is good for an assault if the terrain or light conditions are bad. Yeah, it's a pretty significant investment. It's 6% of the total weight of the mech, but being able to get it where you need it to be, I think, is pretty worthwhile. Especially if we can fit, say, 8 medium lasers onto it. Can we add a 9th? Let's go with a pair of smalls, just so we're not putting too much of a heat burden on the thing. So a PPC and an autocannon 10 for long range, and then 8 medium lasers and 2 smalls for up close. It's a pretty radical departure from where we started, and also I don't know if we're gonna have all of the crit spaces for all those double heat sinks. But I'm gonna start by putting the jump jets in the torso so that we can jump out of level 1 water if it comes to that. Which arm was the autocannon 10 was on the right arm, I believe. You know what? We can drop maybe a heatsink for case, or do we just put the ammo in and live by the seat of our pants? Go ahead and put a heatsink there, because I know that we can afford it. Put the ammo here, and then stack that with double heatsinks as well. Could drop a small laser for case. Yeah, hadn't considered that. I was thinking a medium laser or a heatsink, but you're right, a small laser would fit the bill perfectly. Yeah, let's I mean, case is just too good at helping the survivability, especially if you've got actually, you know what? Especially if you've got ammo and wait, Inner Sphere can't mount case in the arms, can they? So we'll do like that. Do like that. Because I like symmetry, we'll do that. Small laser in the head. Are we gonna have medium lasers in the legs again? That's... Oh, we're... Yeah, we're gonna have to. Medium laser in the center torso. Yeah. Maybe jump jets in the legs would help. Put that there for now. Right, messed that up. We'll just go full heat sinks in the left torso. And a medium laser in each leg. I mean, technically it works. The medium lasers kind of got scattered around a bit. I've noticed that the order that they are in this sheet is the order that they appear initially on the assign critical tab. So I could pull all the medium, reset the medium lasers, but it's not really worth it, I don't think. So we've got medium laser in the left arm, left leg, left arm again down here. You know what? That is gonna bother me. That is gonna bother the heck out of me. PPC, autocannon 10, autocannon 10, ammo, and case. We had the left torso stacked with double heat sinks. We had 2 medium lasers in the left arm and a heat sink. I believe we had a heat sink in the right arm. We had 3 medium lasers in the right torso. 1 in the center torso. 1 in each leg. Okay, okay. Yeah, I was afraid I wasn't gonna remember where everything went, but looks like we're okay on that front. Okay. Now we've got 2 medium lasers in the left arm, 3 in the right torso, center torso, left leg, right leg, and a small laser in the head. It is suffering for long range punch with just the PPC and the autocannon. But it can keep up an extended barrage basically indefinitely. And that's gonna be, wow. Ooh, we could do an LB10X. Maybe, possibly. It has better range. Can you go dual PPC? let's see, that would save us 4 crits, 5, 6 crits with the ammo. I don't know, I like the autocannon 10 because it doesn't have a minimum range. It still has that close-in punch once it gets close enough. But just as a thought experiment, we'd empty 6 crits, would save 5, 6, 7 tons. No, I don't think that would work. Because I'd want to add 2 more heat sinks, and that would be all of the crits, and then we'd be left over with like 5 tons. Okay, so we'd 5.5 tons. And 8 crits. Or 7 crits. Now, I think I like this build the way it is. It's gonna take for frickin' ever as it is. Almost 100 days before it even gets a roll. A factory refit. We'll go ahead and have Shadha bin Isa start on that, and she'll need a 14 plus, which obviously she's not going to get. So that means just the Emperor, or yeah, the Mackie is going for its second round of refit. The Emperor is going for its second round of refit. The Cronus is post-roll on its double heatsink refit. Added 3 jump jets and 3 medium lasers. How do we not have 3 medium lasers? Of course, it comes after mech alphabetically. We do not have any medium lasers. Okay. Buy in bulk, and we're gonna add, let's say 10 of those, just as a starting point. Alright, that is the 18th going into the 19th, last day of the contract, and it's a Saturday, so there's not going to be anything popping up unexpectedly. The Cronus is going to be another 15 days. The Emperor is going to be quite a while, but not as long as the Mackie. We did find all of the medium lasers that we were looking for, and the jump jets. The jump jets will be here in 6 days, which is probably going to be about when we start on the Mackie. Unless we have to wait on the specific 3 medium lasers that were ordered for that purpose, which is possible, but even still, that's only a 4-day delay, whereas the jump jets is going to be 6. So yeah, 6 days hence, we should have the Mackie underway. Alright, which means that we can complete this mission as a success. Having not been engaged in any battles since the 1st of November. So I guess, since there's nothing in the repair bay, only, oh, broken back. We need more battles? Yeah, I agree. Let me just finish out this contract and we'll get started on the next one. Prisoners. I don't know if we need any green vehicle drivers or crew members, and I don't think we need any green mech warriors or green gunners. And I suspect this guy has a gunnery penalty. We'll find out here in a second. We will ransom these guys for 140,000 C-Bells. We'll check on this guy. Has a piloting injury, but not a gunnery injury, so we can keep him around. As well as an elite and a veteran. I forgot those were just the ones I didn't want. Let me get rid of the ones that don't want us either. We'll ransom them for 130 C-bills, which is respectable. And then we will recruit these 7. All right, so that was 270,000 C-bills just for the people that we had captured. That's pretty cool. That's half of our payroll for the month. Sunday maintenance on Ash's Archer. Ooh, that's not good. I see an E here for the armor and an E for the gyro. That's that could be problematic. Let's actually Corporal Halima is now spending how much time? Halima is spending almost an entire day, which is fine. So the Emperor and the Cronus are the only ones being refitted right now. Personnel market. Veteran soldier, field gunners. I think we are set for field gunners. Right? Aren't we? Yeah, there they are. 20, 20, 10, 10, 10, 10, 5, 5, 5, 5. So we don't have any autocannon 2 field gunners, but we got plenty of 10s and 5s. So we don't need to worry about that. APC, I'm not really worried about that. The Orion is gradually improving in quality because it is easy to maintain. The Blackjack, because we're taking extra time on that, is also improving quite steadily. 2 more medium lasers have arrived. The Cronus is approaching doneness. Thumper artillery piece still continuing its gradual decline into disrepair. Archer Mark III, spending extra time on that, so it's getting better. Vedette, falling apart. Saracen. The parts that are bad are getting worse, the parts that are good are getting better. Heavy tracked APC is actually kind of improving. Armored personnel carrier tracked SRM. Damaged the front armor. And I want to have my best person on that at the best possible odds, because anything rated F is automatically going to be so much more difficult to work on. Doodle's the armor guy. I know the RNG hates you, but we got a little lucky there. Mackie is being refitted. 45,000 minutes to go. Emperor is still sitting at 20,000. The Cronus at 4 and change. December 26th. Oh, I didn't even notice yesterday was Christmas. I just blew right on past it. Should have had a celebration of some kind. Mainly I was just trying to get to the end of December so that I could look at a fresh marketplace. Long Tom, Atlas Mark II. Oof, we need to be spending extra time on that guy as well. And that's Penny, who is probably... Where's veteran mech techs? Are not here. There they are. Do we have Chris or Loney? They both have edge, so I'd like to save them for repairs as much as possible. Veronica Hurst might be able to be taken care of that. Okay, so Veronica Hurst still has a little bit of time left. And hopefully the Atlas will start improving in quality. The Scarponi Marauder is also going to need some extra time. Can the WTH? Is that the Whitworth? Oh, yeah, it can. Oh, wait, what did I do? What did I click on? Assigned to Narcissus McKay. Assign. Assign tech, that was Shasa. And put into mothballs. We'll have a regular do that. So yes, the Whitworth can be mothballed. Honestly, actually a lot of these, I could put all of the lances into mothballs if we're going to be in transit for the next couple of months, which is a possibility. But I'd like to try to improve the quality of the mechs while we're in transit. Narcissus Meineke? Oh, did we? We hired a crew member. No, we do not do that. It's gonna be 20,000 C-bills for a misclick. Actually, should be able to delete transaction. And that reminds me, there was, how far was it? This mech tech that we hired and then fired last week. So get rid of that final payout. Okay, so sorry for that interruption. Going into December 28th, personnel market updated. We've got a green mech warrior and an assassin, which we're not concerned with. Medium laser has arrived. Mackey's going to be forever. Emperor is going to be forever. Cronus is getting close to done. And the Whitworth is finished mothballing. 29th, the 30th, the 31st, Hoser's Ride. Yes, I like to see that much green. That's a good feeling right there. And then 3047. So some things are going to be happening now. First of all, unit market has been updated. We could pick up a Victor off the factory line for 5% discount. Hunchback 4G, Wyvern 6N. Pick up an SRM carrier if we feel like expendable forces. The Drillson might not actually be a bad move. I like Drillsons. They're fast, they're fairly heavily armed and armored for a hover tank. But I think we're good on that. Contract market. This is for real. There are no contracts available. All right, maybe we are just in the middle of nowhere. It is 4 days to the jump point. Where's somewhere nearby? 6 days to the jump point. Where would be a good place to go looking for trouble? Oh, oh no, we can't even do that. Wait, what are these blue stars doing here? We're in Commonwealth, so all this yellow, these two little blue planets. I'm not up on my history, but is this the beginning of the Civil War? I don't... Was that 3047? I don't know. But it's 21 days to the jump point, so I'm not trying to spend the whole time in transit. Alrakis is 6 days from the jump point, so we can hop over there in a matter of a week or two. So there are no contracts available. Glengarry, maybe we can bump into the Grey Death Legion. Glengarry. It's 3 jumps. And how far is it? 5 days and change. Yeah, you know what? We'll go ahead and do that. Maybe fight the Grey Death Legion. Hopefully not. They're, by 3047, I believe they're a pretty elite group. But, yeah, hopefully we can find a contract on Glengarry or some point in transit. How long is that actually going to take? I didn't notice. Total time, 22 days. Okay, so we will be there in time for the next contract market update. We did pick up several dependents at the beginning of the new year. I wonder if any of them have enough XP to be useful. But we're the Challenger Deep. I appreciate the vote of confidence. I don't know if I want to take on the Grey Death Legion. Also, I kind of feel like we fight for the same team. And that we both consider the Kirita forces to be the bad guy. This guy was trying to save up 10 XP to become an Ultra Green pilot of some kind. I hadn't decided yet, but he's got that human TRO mech, which means that he gets a bonus on his critical rolls. So I want him to be shooting at mechs as much as possible. The question is, do we make him a mech pilot, or do we make him an aerospace pilot? Or I feel like there's something else he could be. Mech, aerospace, ground vehicle maybe. I mean, he could be a gunner. He wouldn't be a great one. Aircraft, spacecraft. No, I think we're gonna hold on to him and make him either an aerospace or a mech pilot. These guys have no special abilities and they're not that great. Natural aptitude piloting, cool. Sandblaster, autocannon 10. Sholigar doesn't have an autocannon 10, does it, by any chance? It does not. Sholigar is actually, wow, a lot lighter than I had thought it was. So dependents, none of them with enough XP to do anything with, but do we have any special abilities? Small pilot. We've got one who is a small pilot. We've got a couple who make decent small arms. Actually, small arms of 4+ is regular. Yeah, we're saving you. So then status should tell us who's short. So we just put 2 new guys into rotation. We can assign them both here. And at least have this field gunner full strength again. See, it's white instead of purple. Okay, so dependents, totally worthwhile. Lots of random XP gains, including Tsubasa, who's now at 5 XP, which isn't really enough to do anything with. Ruby Singh Gilmore is up to 21 XP. Fred Jones is still at 19, unfortunately. Vale Raskzak is at 18, so he's 2 points away, I think, from going up. Yes. So that'll be exciting when that happens. He'll get a special ability, randomly determined, just for becoming a veteran. Maintenance on the Cronus Mark II. I'm seeing 1 green and 1 red, which is fair enough. The Archer Mark III, number 2. I'm seeing 1 green and nothing else. Mackie Never, Emperor Never, Cronus, backup Cronus in 3 days. $500,000 for personnel salaries. Almost 0.6 million altogether for everything. Man, that is such a bummer. No contracts at all on this planet until we go a whole nother month. Okay, we're in transit to the jump point, which is cool. Wolverine maintenance. 1 red. And I'm seeing some E's over there. Not great. Oh, the Sholigar improved. Because of course we're spending as much time as we can on that. Because we've just got the one fighter. Cronus Mark II is complete. That was Hanger. Go ahead and mothball that unless we want to refit it again, but I can't think of any refits that I would want to make to it besides the double heat sinks. Yeah. I want to test out that design before I go tweaking it any further. But we now have a backup Cronus. Leeson, out of the freezer and into the fire on January 5th. An unprecedented attempt to help the citizens of Liaison is currently underway in the space above the planet. The inner sphere's largest iceberg has been towed into place near the planet and is awaiting breakup into manageable pieces. The berg, dubbed the Ice Ship, was collected near the outer band of the solar system and is actually close to 5 billion tons of icy material compounded from the atmosphere of Phaitov, the furthest planet in the system. Several mercenary units have been reportedly identified on the surface of the ship to discourage raids or sabotage of this essential mission. Interesting. I don't know where Liaison is. Oh, wow. That's pretty far from where we are. We reached the jump point. We jumped to Komaphoros. We're recharging our drives. Cronus is mothballed. And it's the 5th, and I totally forgot with the rollover of the new year. Can we? We can purchase XL engines now. That is something that I definitely am going to want to spend some time with. Oh boy. What would we put an XL engine into? Not the Stalker, it's already packed for crits. The Birdhouse, maybe? I don't know how its crit pack is. What would happen if we put an XL into the Cronus? Oh, can we get LB10Xs? We can on a 6+. Let's go ahead and order 4 of those. Let's see. Atlas, Banshee, Mackie, Orion, I think that's just 4 that we need. We'll add a couple of backups. And then, oh. buy in bulk. We'll buy 10 tons of slug ammo and 10 tons of cluster ammo. Cluster ammo, yes, for the win. For that glorious crit seeking, the best crit seeking in the game. The only thing that's better is LB20X. What is it? The Hyper Assault Gauss rifles. I think also scatter 1 point per cluster. And they do, what, isn't there a Hyper Assault Gauss 40, I think? That's absolutely scary. I have no idea how many tons that thing even weighs, but it's a lot, I'm sure. You know what? Let's go ahead and do 20. Yeah. Just because I don't want to have to worry about finding some later. Recharging jump drives. Finding LBX, using Edge to find LBXs. Finding LBX ammo. And then Burnt Nakamura doesn't have the skill. ER PPCs, that's a good question. And ER large lasers, dang, how did I forget that? ER PPC is still impossible. ER large laser is still impossible. What else? What else do I need to worry about? LBXs. Do we have Ultra Autocannon 5s? Impossible. Actually, wait. Is that just because our good administrators have used up all their chances for the day? I think so. Okay, Hikari Ono needs a 6 to find this ammo, and he's out of Edge. Which means that we still have... Where's the other administrator? Hikari Ono, and I thought we had another elite. Is it just the one? It must be just the one. Alright, we'll check up on the ER lasers and PPCs once we finish ordering this cluster ammo. And we're not doing a great job of getting these 6s. And the first LBX has arrived. Still having a hard time finding ammo, dang. So what's gonna be the first one to get an LBX? The D2? No contracts yet? No, not until the 1st of February at least. Apparently my ability doesn't work with ERPPCs. Ah, yeah, that is true. ERPPCs were reintroduced in 3037? Really? Maybe it's just because our elite administrator had already used up all of his chances for the day. And how about a case for that? And what, maybe another 0.5 to another 3 points of armor or a small laser? Yeah, we'll go small laser. 7,200 minutes works for me. Anabolic can start on that, I guess. And no, it's not the Mark II Mark II. It'll be a Mark III. How's that a factory oh, because of the case. Can't even complain. Cluster ammo was added to the procurement list because we didn't have any in yet. Okay, but that'll be 6720 minutes. Recharging drives, maintenance on the Guillotine, which, you know, not bad. LBX ammo has started arriving. Mackie, Atlas, Emperor still being worked on. Couldn't find the cluster ammo. Still need 13 of those. Still need 9 of those. Another LBX has arrived. The Mackie, the Banshee. Yeah, the Banshee gets an LBX. No, not a refit kit. We want Mech Lab. Ah, double clicking does work. Nice. I think it didn't before. And also the case. And I think, do we upgrade this a small laser to a medium? Or do we just add another small? Need 2K. Oh. Yeah, I hadn't considered that. Alright, so small laser, center torso. Case, right torso. We'll have to relocate one of these medium lasers to the arm. It would mean finding a place for this double heat sink, and I'm not seeing a place for that. Even if we free up 2 spots here or 2 spots here, that's not gonna do it. Yeah, I think we're gonna have to roll like this. How many LBXs do we have right now? Was that the last one we have in? XAC, in transit, in transit, in transit, in... Yeah, okay. So the Orion is next in line, and that'll be 2 days. Jumping to Izar, recharging drives, maintenance on the Stalker. Mixed bag. I'm seeing some E's, not great. I'm seeing some D's. I'm also seeing an A and a B. Mackie's gonna be a while. Alice is gonna be a little bit. Emperor's gonna be a while. Banshee's gonna be a little bit. Hikari Ono used some edge and then ran out of edge, and we still need 2 tons of cluster ammo. Still need 1 ton of cluster ammo because we only beat a 6 once. And we have started getting in the cluster and LBX ammo. So that's cool. Oh, 2 LBXs have arrived, so we can get started on the Orion. There it is. Add ammo. Add. And maybe 2 cases. Or do we put all the ammo in one location and add a small laser? Or how are we for armor? We are maxed for armor. Yeah, I mean, we could just go with 2 cases. Try to pad out the crits as much as possible. Rather than having like 5 tons of ammo in the left torso where it's a 50-50 chance of getting critted, I'll just stick with 3 where it's, what, 3 and 8 chance of getting critted. Go for 1 location. You think so? We'll have to be careful about that 1 location. And just a small laser for a little bit of extra screw you. Ethan Labrie, we'll start on that. Just an option. Yeah, but it's an option that I like. I'll do that. We'll just have to make sure that that left torso doesn't get breached. All right, and hopefully Hikari Ono can find this cluster ammo tomorrow. Okay, so now should be able. Yes, on a 6+. How many ERPPCs do we want? We'll start with, say, 6. And we'll buy, say, 6 of those as well. Banshee and the Alice aren't going to be too much longer. The Orion's going to be another 14 days-ish. Alright, recharging drives, ammo is arriving, the Orion's going to be a bit, the Mackey's going to be a long bit. We failed to find more than 2 ERPPCs or 1 large laser. But Hikari Ono is steady gaining XP. Maybe we can... Ooh. How did he already go through 3 edge? Eesh. Do we have anything we can spend XP on? Scrounge, maybe. As a logistical administrator, I'm thinking Scrounge is the most appropriate, even though it has no effect in-game. Then again, the only other thing I could give him that would have an effect in-game, besides like a combat MOS, would be more edge. And he's already got 3 points of edge. Do we need 4? I mean, obviously, we do, since he keeps blowing through it. Alright, recharging jump drives. LBX has arrived. Let's see, the Orion's being worked on. Finding ERPPCs. Found an ER large laser. So that should be 2 on the way. It's going to be 6 days before it arrives. Recharging drives, we're at 82% charged. large laser number 1 has arrived. The other one should be a little while longer. Looks like 3 days actually is going to be better than I had expected. Orion in 10 days, Atlas in what, 6? Emperor in close to 20, and the Banshee in 5. Personnel market updated. We've got an aerospace pilot with a Sparrowhawk that we're not interested in. Yeah, refit's coming along. Banshee is going to be next up in line. Jumped to Glengarry, and we're spending 19.77 hours transiting into the system, and also recharging drives. Maintenance on the Archer for Ash. Ooh, even with the extra time, things are getting sketch. Hanger, Archer, Ash, Ash. Halima. How much time does Halima have? Ooh, not that much. Can we assign the Mackie to someone else? Oh, that's because she's a regular, that's why. Yeesh. If we're gonna have regulars doing maintenance, we're gonna have her doing ×4. We'll have, I guess, Kostya doing the Archer. That should free up Halima down to 315. Okay. And that is, what was that, the Mackie and Archer Mark III? We'll have Monroe work on that one. Alright, so that should be all set and ready to go. Archer should start improving, I think, because we gave it a +2 bonus or a -2 bonus. Atlas in 4 days, Banshee in 3, I think. 3.5 days out from Glengarry. Maintenance on APC. It's an APC. I'm not too worried about it. 3 days, 2 days. Okay, we should have 2 large lasers now. Blackjack's showing steady improvement. Very nice. That's actually what I was just about to come to next. Is the Blackjack needs 2 medium lasers. Is that... large, medium in the left arm, large, medium in the right arm. Yeah, 2760 this time, so that's gonna be minimal. So it adds a small laser, it actually subtracts half a ton of armor. Do we want to do that? I don't know if we want to do that. I think we want to just swap out the larges for ERs. That was... let me just make sure. BJ1 Mark II. Okay, so we can call this one the BJ KDM Mark II. There we go. And there we go. And now it's an even more effective sniper than it was. And it's still only a 2-day job. We'll have Lonnie do that. Hopefully she can roll a 10. Field refit. And that'll be done tomorrow, same day as the Banshee. Well, tomorrow or a couple days from now, depending on if she can roll a 10. Thumper maintenance, Orion in 5 days, Atlas tomorrow, Blackjack in 2 days on a 9. Rerolled with Edge for a 3. Banshee's going to be another 5760. Alright, so we are very nearly to Glengarry. We're half a day out. Oh, Archer is improving in quality drastically. I'm seeing a green D here, a green E, so those were an E and an F originally. Atlas is going to be another, I think, 15 days. Blackjack is going to be in 1 more day. Oh no, we broke apart on the APC. Oh, again, I guess? Doodles, please don't roll snake eyes. Okay, we got a 7. Again. LBX cluster ammo has arrived. ERPPC, ER large has arrived. So what do we want to put ERPPCs and ER larges on? We could do the stalker with ER larges, but I don't know if it needs the extra heat. The awesome is already running redline pretty regularly. Scarponi's ride could do with ERPPCs, maybe. Oh, that's right. Scarponi had wanted his mech refitted as well. That was dual SRM6s. 1428. What was this one? LB10X. Ooh. I didn't realize the LB10X was moved to the arm. 216. LB10X or the twin PPCs? This is the one that I had been planning on doing, so we'll go ahead and do that. We'll have, yes. Right? Okay, yeah, Lonnie's available starting tomorrow. And hopefully that'll be done within, before we accept the next contract. Veteran AC-20 field gunners, not worried about you guys. Orion in 2 days. Marauder in 5. We might also have ECM. Interesting, I had not considered that. I don't usually consider ECM for some reason. Let's see if we can get that. ECM suite? Yes, we can. We'll go ahead and buy, I guess, 3 of those, because I don't know what mechs I would put that on. That's a 1.5 tons that I don't know if I've got to spare anywhere. But speaking of which, we could also get some active probes. Where would we be wanting to put ECM? And also, do we want to maybe refit this Atlas into maybe the D2 Mark II? Just to have a backup. Yeah, we'll activate that. We'll have Ogiku do that. Wait. D2 Mark III with the LBX and the case, yes. Alexandru can start on that. Okay. So that's gonna be, oof, very long time. 27th. 2 ERPPCs have arrived. Jump drives are fully charged. Orion's going to be another 15 days. Mackey's going to be a while. Alice is going to be a while. Emperor's coming up on its roll. Banshee is coming up on its roll. We were able to find almost all of the probes and ECMs that we were looking for. Moving into the 28th. We've got 10 days on the Atlas. Got, what? 5 days on the Banshee, 3 days on the Marauder. '29th, nothing new. The 30th, maintenance on Hoser's Ride, and we're seeing a lot of A's and B's. That is fantastic. That is what I like to see. And we'll have the Marauder Scarponi refit done tomorrow on the 31st. Penny did maintenance on the Cronus, and it's looking much improved. Monroe working on the Archer, getting a little better. I'd like to see these D's and E's come up, but I'll take C's and B's going up. Works for me. Scarponi Marauder is going to be a little while longer. All right, February 1st. What have we got? First things first, contract market. We've got Federated Commonwealth versus Draconis Combine on New Wessex. Okay, that kind of works for me. Let's check out the rest of this. Requires 2 lances, 60% battle loss compensation, 70% salvage, 100% transport. And that's not bad. 4-month objective raid, which we can hopefully knock out even faster than that. Pays 135. Okay, monthly money 95 million. That seems awfully. Wait, contract pay is 132. How is the monthly 95? That's not even 2 months. Estimated profit 124 million. I mean, we could try to negotiate for more straight support, but honestly, these numbers are really good. The location is good. The days to the location isn't bad. I'm in favor of taking on this enemy. Also puts us closer to buying that first dropship. Indeed. Yes, it does. Looking forward to that as well. Do we take this contract? I'm kind of leaning towards yes, but let's come back to that. Personnel market, we've got a veteran aerospace pilot, which, yes. Unit market, we've got SRM carrier, LRM carrier. Got a Victor, a Thunderbolt, a MegaMek. I'm sorry, but MegaMeks are just 96 armor. That is just not enough. I don't care if you've got autocannon 2s and you're not supposed to get close. 96 armor isn't enough for any mech, if you ask me. A bunch of random XP. Oh, Hoser gained an XP. Finally. Would Hoser like to improve his piloting or save up for gunnery, or would you like to change your special ability to ERPPCs? We could do piloting, we could do tactics, strategy, leadership. We could do dodge, human TRO, melee specialist. Why is Swamp Master so much cheaper than the others, I wonder? And weapon specialist, I would be willing to GM mode and then basically give you kind of like a both version of PPC and ERPPC if you spend the 20 XP on it. So, piloting or ERPPC? First of all, do we have a build for the awesome that includes ERPPCs? Oh, so much heat. So much heat. Okay, it doesn't want to do it more than once. We're looking at a total heat output of 68. That's 45 just from the PPCs, which would overload your heat sinks immediately. Yeah, XL and double heat sinks, it already has double heat sinks and there aren't the crits for an XL engine. Because if we look at it, it would look like this. This mech literally has 2 free crit slots. We would have to drop, I mean, literally the medium lasers and the large laser are in locations that only have 2 slots, so you're not going to be able to put a heatsink there. The only thing that we would be able to do would be to remove the hand from the left arm to fit in 1 more heatsink there, and I don't know if I'm comfortable removing a hand from a Canon mech design. Piloting? Okay. And you got Weathered, which is a pretty good ability. Let's just go ahead and read the blurb on that. Weathered. A pilot with this ability does not suffer the initial -1 to hit due to weather conditions. Wait until we get clan ERPPCs? Yeah, absolutely. This thing would be insanely beastly then. What about modeling off of a 9M? There is already a Canon design with ERPPCs. The 9M is not currently available to us. No, none of these are going to have ERPPCs. For larges. Bunch of LRMs and SRMs. I'm not familiar enough with the AWS 9M to be able to build it from memory. I know that it exists and I know that it has ERPPCs, but I don't know what else it has. And right now with the specialization on the PPCs, those things are already really brutal. Now, if we can get clan PPCs, that's a 50% bump in damage, so that's absolutely worth doing. And also, we could rearrange them so we could get more heat sinks in. Possibly at the expense of a large laser or mediums, I'm not sure. Maintenance on the Wolverine is not going great. Maintenance time, let's go with 4 and assign that to a regular tech who has all the time in the world. How about Halima? Sure. And then Halima is spending mech tech. Halima spending 330 minutes. Active probe has arrived. Orion in 10 days. Mackie in a very long time. Atlas in like 4 days. Is that 6 days? Emperor in 3 days. Banshee in 2 days. Scarponi's Marauder in, what's that, 5 days ish? Oh yeah, veteran pilot. Yeah, I wouldn't mind getting another aerospace fighter. Even though we just have the one tech. Actually, you know what we could have been doing? $2,000 for aerospace tech. There we go. Alright, so this contract that we're looking at. Federated Commonwealth hiring us to take on the Draconis Combine in an objective raid on New Wessex. 25 days to get there, 4-month contract length, 50% overhead, liaison command rights, 100% transport, 70% salvage, 60% battle loss. Those are very high numbers, and only a 2-lance requirement, so it shouldn't be too intense. Sounds good to me. Sounds good to me as well. We will accept it. And we will begin transit to New Essex. Yes, transporting ourselves to Glengarry turns out to have been actually a very good idea. All right. So it's going to take us a few days to get to the jump point. And then from there, let's see, the Shulgar improving nicely. Actually, unit market, what do we have in the way of aerospace? Chippewa, which is 90-tonner. We've got a Reaver, which is a 100-tonner. Oh, but those are both on the black market. I'm glad I noticed. Got a couple 50-ton Lightnings from auction. And some lights. I'm not really interested in lights. Emperor in 2 days, Banshee in 1 day, Scarponi in, what, 4 days? 5 days? Yeah, 5 days. Atlas in 5 days as well. Transiting to jump point. LRM carrier is not getting worse, which is good. Emperor tomorrow. Banshee is complete. Which means that we can put it into mothballs. Oh wait, no, Petra's driving the Banshee now. Let's see, the Emperor tomorrow. The Emperor is going to be another 25,000 minutes. Okay. Transiting. Rifleman Mark III or Mark II. Actually, the Rifleman in particular is one I have a build for that uses a 240XL engine. And improves the armor coverage significantly. And it is the 4N is what I call it. Yep. The only difference is it adds a small laser. Other than that, it's just an up-armored version. And boy, howdy, is it up-armored. It's got more than twice as much on the legs, 33% more on the arms, 33% more on the torsos. The back armor is improved by a factor of 2 to 3. The head armor can now withstand a PPC hit. There's almost an entire half a ton more on the center torso front. So yeah, the only thing is we need that 240XL engine, which is going to be a little while. And we'll have Selman work on that. Refit kit on a 6+ for 4 million C-bills. Looks like we got it. Achernar revisits ancient battle mech. Which one? Recently announcing the update of the venerable Dervish battle mech, Achernar battle mechs has increased their stock holdings by an order of magnitude. Designated the DV7D, several new technologies have been used to improve on a rather lackluster base model. The change in both the internal structure materials as well as the new armor has several technical companies offering to retrain technicians to repair these rediscovered components. Additional safety measures and ammunition efficiency technologies have also been added to help keep the machines on the field longer than previous variants. Cool. New dervish. Jumped to Izar. The Atlas is complete, so we can put that in mothballs. Wait. Oh no, that was the LBX upgrade. The other one's going to be a bit much longer. On the other Atlas, 11,880 minutes. How would it go with the ER large lasers? You're referring to the Awesome? The Awesome, I really want to keep that one equipped with PPCs because of that special pilot ability that Hoser has. Oh, the rifle 4N? Ooh. It, with the two standard large lasers, building up 16 heat, plus 2 from the autocannons, plus 2 from running, it's heat neutral. So I don't think ER large lasers would be a good move there. Because then you'd have to cycle the large lasers and you'd be diminishing the damage output by a large laser every other turn. Okay, Rifleman refit kit will be 13 days out. It's gonna be a while. February 8th, personnel market updated. Aerospace tax, we've got a regular and a couple greens. We will hire all of them because you know what, they will gain XP. Gradually, but there's no such thing as too many techs. We'll make a normal roll from here on out. Laser motorized platoon, I don't think we need to worry about that. Let's see, the Orion in 4 days. Alright, and we're keeping an eye out for aerospace fighters, specifically heavy ones. Guillotine. Kind of a mixed bag there. I don't like that the right torso is down to an E. Actually, let's just go full on ×4. We'll assign that to a regular. Big knock, I think. That should start improving. Scarponi's Marauder. Sauntering vaguely downwards. Maintenance extra time, we'll go ×4, and we'll go regular. Anacito, sure. I don't recognize your name, which means you probably don't have a bunch of XP. Should switch the Guillotine to a 5M. Ooh. Let's take a look at that. 5M is not available right now. I'm guessing it has an ER large laser on it though. Oh, I'm actually going the wrong way. That gives us 7 tons still to play with, and we're relatively heat neutral right now. What do we do? More medium lasers, more SRMs? Ooh, more SRMs could be nice. We would need more ammo for them as well. That would be 4 tons. Maybe 2 medium lasers and, well, a medium laser and 2 heat sinks. Let's see, control play. There we go. Yeah. Ooh, Artemis. Is that a thing that we can equip now? Ooh, we can pick up Artemis 4. I think we're gonna want probably about 1,000,000 Seabills worth of that. We might want to put those on the Guillotine, actually. Yeah, we'll hold off on this until we get some Artemis in. Yeah, I feel like Artemis is kind of wasted on anything like SRM-4 or smaller, or like an LRM-10 is kind of iffy. I definitely wouldn't put Artemis on an LRM-5, but like with an LRM-15 or 20 or an SRM-6, definitely worth it. Alright, so the Orion's going to be done in a couple days. Everything else is going to be quite a while. Orion tomorrow, and we found a bunch of Artemis. Some of it will be arriving as early as 3 days from now. So that's 1 day. Kaliyama Industries facilities damaged during raid. Reports from Kalidasa media indicate that a siege of the Kaliyama facilities occurred late last week. The announcement by the company of advanced technical discoveries and the improvement of several battle mech chassis is believed to have been the reason for this attack. The raid lasted for several hours as the Silver Hawk irregulars attempted to take the facility back from Harlock's warriors. Ground crews are working to repair damage to the facility while technical and legal staff work to discover what was taken. Sources indicate that several crates of equipment were taken from the facility and loaded onto vehicles before the defending units could mobilize to engage them. Officials in the Free Worlds League military are rumored to be looking at replacing the local commander in light of this raid. Wow. Someone lost their job. Alright, so the Artemis is on its way. 5 days and 6. So we should be, what, 2 days out from 1 day? Okay, we jumped to Kimball 2. 2 Artemis 4s have arrived. So now let's see what we can do with this Guillotine. We'll go standard. And we're going double. And we were, what, there? I think. Large laser ditched for an ER large. And that was in the left arm, if I'm not mistaken. I was going to go with another SRM-6, another ton of ammo. Let's see, other Artemis 4. Yeah, we need to add the Artemis itself, and then we can add, I guess, another heatsink. Do we want to move all the jump jets out of the legs? I think we do. I always prefer to have my jump jets in the torso in case I'm standing in level 1 water. Oh, instead of that heatsink, maybe some case? And a small laser for insult to injury. Alright, I think this is a build. We've got 4 medium lasers, the ER large, 2 SRM6s, and a small. All with Artemis for the SRMs, 2 tons of ammo, and case. It's capable of building up 7 heat, 4 of that from jumping, 3 of that from just weapons fire. And we'll have Ethan Labrie work on that. No. Or M. We'll call it a 4M because it's not a 5M. All right, moving into Sunday. Real quick, where are we? We are on Kimball 2, 17% charged. New Wessex is 1 jump away. We did find a bunch of SRM6 Artemis capable ammo, but not all of it. Okay, now we've found all of it. Personnel market updated. We've got Brenda Kim, a green mech warrior, and an Orion. We're not concerned with that. Banshee Mark III needs some extra time. Daniel Apti, sure. All these refits are still going to be a while, but that's cool because we're not actually, I think, using any of those mechs. Yeah, no, we're not. The Atlas is a backup. The Guillotine is on standby. 2 and 3 days. We're at 72% charged. Ash O is coming up beautifully. APC remains D. 99% charged. We've got that XL engine for the rifleman. We've started refitting that. That's going to be 7,000 minutes. We are 4.01 days from New Wessex. Thumper artillery vehicle. Oof. Left side is down to F. Front armor is down to F. I'll give our techs something to do. Archer Mark III. Seeing a lot of green, so that's good. Oh man. It's nice to finally have enough techs that we can spend the time getting our mechs into a decent state. And it's going to make repairing them so much easier. Oh man, I'm looking forward to that. 2 days out. Heavy tracked APC, APC tracked SRM. 1 part was damaged. What is... the vehicle rear was damaged. Okay, so why is it not in the repair bay? That's interesting. Blackjack is up to B. The ER large lasers still both at C. Looks like the Atlas is going to be the next one done, probably followed by the Rifleman. 1.01 days out. Maintenance on the Atlas is looking pretty good. I just realized we're almost 2 hours into this episode, and that's a second episode in a row where I've gone the entire stream without a single combat. And I apologize. I was really hoping to get into some action this week. But we'll just have to settle for landing on New Wessex and starting the contract. And refitting a bunch of mechs. We'll go ahead and save here. We'll call it pre-Wessex. And then we have landed on New Wessex. We are required to have 2 mechs, or 2 lances deployed, one in the scout position. So we've got Tonga Lance scouting, we've got Mariana Lance scouting, we've got Galatea in the fight stance. We've got locate and capture or destroy designated facility, locate and engage and defeat hostile forces, maintain victory point count above 0. So the first thing we want to do is we want to manage the forces. We wanted was Galatea Lance in the fight role, right? Yes. So we're going to have the other guys do some scouting. That's going to be probably battle after battle soon. Yeah, hopefully. We'll do Mariana Lance here. And we'll do Tonga Lance here. Alright, so no contact yet. And the deployment period is 0 days, so this is actually going to go really quickly. Because we're going to deploy them one day and they're going to be back the next day. No delays, no nothing. Just a limit of 1 deployment per day is all we're dealing with. We'll go ahead and save here, and we'll call this one Planetfall. Alright, it's Friday, we'll go Saturday. We'll go Mariana again. We'll go, I guess Galatea can do this one, since it's just one little hex all by itself. And then we'll have Tonga here. And I want to turn off GM mode just to keep me from accidentally doing anything accidental, I guess. Alright, Sunday. Still looking like the Atlas is going to be next, followed by the Rifleman. We'll go Mariana Lance here. We'll go Tonga Lance here. Oh, we found a hostile artillery base. Well, I'm glad that we found that. Now we can probably engage it tomorrow. But we're going to have to do it with a single lance, because we don't have any support points or victory points. Which lance do we bring to the fight? Oh, March 1st. Did not even realize it was the end of the month. Pingree attacked, defenders rally. The Free Worlds League military repulsed an attack earlier this year by the AFFC. Federated Commonwealth? Something Federated Commonwealth, I guess. The 5th Fusiliers of Orient Commander spoke to media outlets indicating his respect for the men and women that gave their lives to maintain control of the planet, and to state that while bloodied, they are still more than capable of repelling any further aggression from the Federated Commonwealth. This attack is yet another indication of the instability of the political climate in the region. Reports from sources on the planet are also indicating that several battle mech designs that have not previously been seen were part of the success of the Fusilier defense. No official announcements have been made regarding this rumor at the time. Carpathize, hey, how's it going? Unfortunately, you did catch us just at the very end of the stream. But how it's going can basically be summed up thusly. We've been doing recon on this map that we just landed on, and we found a artillery base, and apparently these hostile forces also just appeared in today's enemy morale is now normal, special event 3 dependence, bunch of XP. Where does it say? Where does it say? Maintenance, refits, counts, payday. New mission, defend grounded dropship, will occur on the 4th. So I'm glad you could join us, but unfortunately we are wrapping things up before we getting into any combat. This episode was entirely doing paperwork and refitting things in Mech Lab and transiting and looking for contracts. This is actually the first contract that we found, and it's actually a really nice one. We've got 60% battle loss compensation, 70% salvage, 100% transport, and it's against the Draconis Combine, which, you know, is always lovely. Speaking of which, how do we... Yes, edit mission. Enemy camo. We are up against the Draconis Combine. And we can give them... Do we want to give them white and red camo? Or maybe red and brown? Ooh, how about just red? Red and white. Yeah, it works for me. Ally camo, Federated Commonwealth. We'll go black and yellow, maybe. Yeah, we'll go black and yellow for allies. We'll say okay. And unfortunately, as I mentioned twice already, oh, excuse me. This is where we're going to be saving it and calling it a night. So thank you all for watching. Thanks for joining me. Like, comment, follow, subscribe, join the community. Link to the Discord is in my bio. Link to Twitch is in the YouTube. All that good stuff. Yes, HBS Battletech, it will be tomorrow night. I might be a little bit bushed for that because I am working an early shift tomorrow. But here's hoping it goes smoothly and well, and we kick some butt. So once again, good night, everybody. Thanks for joining me.